Welcome to the Tour of Cinema channel. This time, we are going to tell you the story of the animated film Toy Story in a series. So, let's focus on the first episode. The group of conscious living toys who pretend to be lifeless around people were preparing to move to a new house with their little owner Andy, his sister Molly, and their mom Davis. Since Andy's birthday is approaching, his mom is organizing a party for him. It turns out that Andy's birthday party is happening today. Upon realizing the change, several toys, for example, those that can be disassembled and reassembled, the potato doll or wet potato head Slinky Dog, the cowboy from the western region, Woody's assistant Sandro Nogon, his intelligent talking pig toy Ham, and the porcelain shepherd girl doll, Woody's beloved girl Bo Peep, start to worry that Andy might receive a new toy to replace them as a gift. Woody is a pull-string cowboy doll, Andy's most beloved toy. Among the others, he is their leader because he is the only toy that can speak on his own due to the pull-string. Woody is the first to remind everyone that the Davis family is moving to a new house in a week, so they should all be prepared to avoid getting lost during the move. However, then they try to make the news about Andy's birthday today seem unimportant. But the toys cause a commotion because they know Andy's real birthday won't be until next week. Rex worries that someone might give Andy another dinosaur and is anxious about the other toys getting new items. Their conversation is interrupted when their piggy bank toy, Ham, announces that guests are arriving. The toys rush to the window to see the gifts the children are bringing. The big boxes make them even more nervous. To investigate, Sheriff Woody sends Sergeant, the leader of the large group of plastic green army men, and his troops to report on Andy's birthday party using a child's walkie-talkie. Initially, the gifts are harmless and pleasant, like lunchboxes, bed linens, and a toy fighter jet. However, Andy receives a Space Ranger toy named Buzz Lightyear, a member of the Space Rangers who protect the universe, as a gift. His interesting features begin to affect Woody's position as Andy's favorite toy. The new toy takes over Woody's spot on the bed, which greatly upsets them. Woody reminds them that he is irreplaceable. Woody tries to make Buzz understand that he is a toy, but Buzz does not realize that he is a toy. Instead, he believes he is a real space ranger. Buzz claims that on his way to Sector 12, he crashed on an unknown dark planet and his ship was damaged. The toys marvel at Buzz's features, like the blinking laser light and wings. Buzz dislikes being called a toy. When Woody says he really can't fly, Buzz climbs the bedpost and shouts, "To infinity and beyond," then dives down. He bounces off a ball, does a full loop on the racetrack, spins several times in the toy plane, and finally lands neatly on the bed. While the other toys want to be friends with Buzz, Woody feels a bit jealous and starts to feel lonely when Andy begins sleeping with Buzz. Andy plays by shooting Woody with Buzz and wears a replica of Buzz's helmet and wings. The Western-themed poster in Andy's room is replaced with 2 Buzz Lightyear posters, and the pictures of Woody on the bulletin board are covered with pictures of Buzz. The cowboy-themed bedspread is replaced with a Buzz-themed bedspread. Ultimately, the most humiliating thing is that Andy takes Buzz to bed and starts leaving Woody in the toy chest shaped like a covered wagon. 2 days before moving, Andy's family plans to go to Pizza Planet restaurant for dinner and tells Andy he can bring one toy. Andy prepares to take Buzz to the space-themed Pizza Planet restaurant. Woody, still jealous of Buzz, who wants to stay close to Andy, actually planned for Buzz to fall into a bush using a remote-controlled car. However, Andy's action caused a chain reaction that made Buzz fall out the window instead of into the bush. The other toys believe that Woody intentionally knocked Buzz out. Since Buzz is missing, Andy decides to take Woody to the restaurant instead. However, Buzz climbs into the car, and when they stop at a gas station, he confronts Woody. The 2 toys accidentally fall into the car while fighting. However, the car left them behind. Woody sees the car heading to the restaurant and plans to meet Andy there. Buzz follows, believing this car can take him to his home planet. They arrive outside the restaurant and hide inside discarded food packaging to sneak in through the front door. Woody immediately spots Davis.
The restaurant has a game machine with an automatic crane shaped like a spaceship, which Buzz enters.
Woody thinks of it as the ship promised to take him home. Inside, there are many small toys that worship the machine's claw as their master. When Woody enters the claw machine to get Buzz, our neighbor Sid, who loves to torture and destroy toys for fun, catches them both. Sid brings them home. He immediately gives the three-eyed alien toy to his fierce dog Scud, who starts chewing on it. At Sid's house, the two other toys make numerous attempts to escape before Andy's moving day. Sid's creation, a nightmare-inducing pin, might face off with monster toys. There is a metal constructor with a one-eyed doll head, a toy box from which a green creature emerges, a toy with a fish hook on its foot, and other terrifying toys. Buzz wonders if they are cannibals. The next morning, Sid asks where the rest of Buzz is, except for Woody. While Woody is silent, Sid uses a magnifying glass to focus sunlight right between Woody's eyebrows and starts to burn him. Woody is saved when Sid is called away for cookies. Buzz praises Woody's escape plan from Sid's clutches. Buzz is surprised when his laser doesn't work when he tries it on them. Woody presses the button that makes Buzz's wings retract and walks through the many toys that move aside to let them pass. In the living room, the TV was on. At that moment, Buzz sees a commercial for a Buzz Lightyear toy identical to himself and suddenly realizes that Woody was right about him being a toy.
Unable to face the truth, Buzz tries to fly out the window to prove he is still a space ranger, but he falls and breaks one of his arms.
Buzz, upon learning the truth, becomes disheartened and is unable to participate in Woody's plan to stop. As a result, Woody tries to use Buzz's detached arm to attract the attention of the other toys in Andy's room, but the other toys still blame Woody for what happened to Buzz, so they leave him there. Sid's mutant toys fix Buzz's back, and Woody finally realizes they are friendly. Unable to get Buzz to cooperate, he has no choice but to leave Buzz at Sid's mercy and hide. Just as Sid plans to strap Buzz to a rocket and blow him up, a rainstorm delays his plan, and he falls asleep.
In the neighbouring house, it was Andy's bedtime, and he was sad about losing his two favourite toys. His mum came in and said she only found his sheep after searching everywhere and gave it to him.
And the next day, before moving, Woody reassures him that they will find Buzz. Woody helps Buzz understand the value of life by showing that even if he is not a space ranger, he can still bring joy to Andy, restoring Buzz's motivation. Woody develops his plan and assigns tasks to each toy. Seeing Woody trying to escape from Sid's hand, Doug and Zegs use the heating vent to avoid Scud the dog, who was growling behind the bedroom door. Doug and Legs disconnect Woody's light and go outside to ring the doorbell. Hearing the doorbell, Woody leaves Sid's room and sets the frog down. The frog slips under Scud the dog and quickly races down the corridor. At that moment, as Scud chases the frog down to the lower floor, Hannah happens to open the door. The frog goes outside and Doug grabs it, showing off over the fish before Scud catches them and Legs pulls them up. Hannah quickly closes the door, leaving Scud outside. Woody returns to his place before anyone notices the light is gone. As soon as Hannah moves away from the front corridor, Woody and his team go down the stairs, pass by the garbage chute, and exit through the back door's horse hole. They land behind a bush with a good view of the rocket launch pad. Sid asks in a digital voice from his control center if the launch pad's activation is complete. The control center replies that it is finished. As Sid starts to turn, Doug, Zegs, and the frog emerge from the water pipe. The launch pad looked very strange. Buzz was standing with his rocket on the dairy crate's control panel. When Woody approaches Buzz, Buzz sees him and happily asks for help to untie him. Sid throws Woody onto the charcoal grill. He puts a match in Woody's holster and turns back to his rocket, starting a countdown from 10. While he is focused on this, the toys take positions inside the yard.
Before Sid's rocket ignites, Woody's voice recorder starts playing repeatedly. Sid gets distracted and comes to pick up Woody from the light. His armor was not pulled. A big toy dump truck emerges from the sand and several broken military toys rise from the puddle. They all charge at Sid and Sid retreats.
When the three-eyed alien toys from Pizza Planet emerged from under Scud's red water bowl, he was startled and growled. When Sid backed up to the clothesline, a doll-headed spider landed on his head. He screamed and tried to shake it off, but the toys completely surrounded him. Sid was terrified. He screamed loudly. Woody flew through the air and ran into the house, telling Hannah that the toys are alive. Woody and Buzz failed to catch up with the car going to Andy's new house. Now free, Woody and Buzz chase after the moving truck of Davy sick. However, Scud the dog attacks Woody. While running on the road, they climb onto the moving truck, but Scud is after them. Woody struggles to stay on the car and shouts to Buzz to take care of Andy for him. Buzz sacrifices himself to save Woody by jumping onto Scud's head, forcing the dog to release Woody. Woody tries to save Buzz with Andy's RC car, but the other toys, thinking Woody destroyed the RC car, throw Woody onto the road. When the car runs over Woody, Woody switches the car to turbo mode to catch up with the moving truck. Seeing Woody and Buzz alive and returning with the car, the other toys realize their mistake and try to help them get onto the truck. However, when the RC's battery runs out and the truck is far away, it stops coughing in the middle of the road. At that moment, Buzz remembers he has a rocket strapped to his back, and Woody recalls the match Sid had placed in his holster. Woody lights the rocket on Buzz's back, and just before they take off, they manage to throw RC's car towards the truck. Buzz spreads his wings and frees himself from the rocket before it explodes. They pass the truck again and fall through the sunroof of Andy's family car, landing neatly inside the box next to Andy.
Andy finds them and happily tells his mom. His mom thinks they were in the car all along during the trip. On the day before Christmas in their new home, Buzz and Woody organize a reconnaissance mission to check out the new toys arriving. One of them was with Mrs. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head is very happy. When Woody asks Buzz what toy Andy could get that would be better than him, the answer comes immediately. Andy's new gift was a puppy.
Thank you for being with Turbo Cinema. If you like the movie we offer, please watch it in full. Until we meet with the next movie, goodbye for now. Thank you for being with Turbo Cinema. If you like the movie we offer, please watch it in full. Until we meet with the next movie, goodbye for now.